Hello YouTube, and welcome back to Kind Heart Homestead. I just made it back to our property here in Virginia and spent a couple hours mowing the grass. It's pretty cool and breezy this trip, but there is direct sun with no clouds, so need to be careful, some sunscreen while I'm up on the roof. But last time I was here, I predicted that I only needed about an hour more to wrap up the roof sheathing and get it taped and sealed. So that's my objective for this trip, and if I have extra time, I might start sealing up the wall sheathing as well. But if you stick around, you can watch my progress. I'm about to put the sheathing up on the walls under this gable area. So the front of the building and the back of the building both need to have this little triangle cut, and I was able to cut both halves out of the same sheet, so that saves me some material. But I'm gonna go ahead and tack this in place, and then if I need to add more blocks behind it, I can do that later. I achieved the objective from last week, getting the roof deck secured with all the blocking necessary to fasten it down. Got the zip tape over all the seams, including the ridge. I cut a strip off of the top so it can vent through the ridge cap, but I put tape over it to prevent any water from getting in. I learned this trick from, I think it was the Perkins brothers on YouTube. Go check them out if you haven't seen them before. They're based in Western North Carolina. And they showed this technique where they basically tape everything up and then just cut the tape out once the time is right to put the roofing in place. So that's exactly what I'll do. And now that it's essentially dried in, I did some cleaning up off camera. You can see here I swept, I moved the lumber. You can take a look. I have some interior framing left to do. So I'll go ahead and talk about some of the order of operations, just because I don't have a lot of footage for this video, and I still want you guys to learn about what I'm doing and look forward to future videos. So obviously I need my doors and windows before I can finish the framing. And that's one of my short-term objectives, because the first inspection was of the footing and the plumbing before the concrete was poured. The second inspection is for the framing. And I can't finish the framing without the doors and windows. I need to get this last piece of sheathing up there where my little entrance hole is. I'm gonna have a back door going into the utility room, and the utility room is not going to have a pass-through into the rest of the living space. There is going to be one interior door for the bathroom, and you saw some of the supplies I had there. I have a small corner shower that I got from Lowe's, and I'm gonna have to figure out the plumbing and the electrical and all that stuff after the framing inspection. One of the projects that I did while I was here was I bolted a trailer hitch onto our Ford Ranger. It's a vehicle we basically just use for farm purposes, but it does have, I think, a 3,000 pound towing capacity. It's not much, but one of the perks of my membership tier for Tractor Supply is that I get a few free trailer rentals per year. And that would have been a great perk that we would have taken advantage of throughout the year had we had this trailer hitch on there. So I bolted the trailer hitch on. All I need is a ball. And then I'll be able to get doors and windows from wherever I want. Otherwise, I need to rent a U-Haul or pay the crew at Lowe's to load a truck and get their contractors to deliver stuff out here. I'm a bit reluctant to have deliveries done because I have no idea what the capabilities of the trucks are. One thing I'm worried about for my solar panels is that all of that equipment's gonna get freight shipped. And as far as I know, these freight companies will not touch your private driveway. My private driveway is off of my neighbor's private driveway because there's an easement. The paved road is pretty far down there. Obviously, I don't want them to just drop it in the driveway and block my neighbor's access. So maybe I'll rent a trailer when I decide to get that stuff ordered. I'm planning to order the solar components this month, potentially ordering the well pump and all the accessories, including the flexible polyline. There's a special polyline designed for wells and drinking water. And the wellhead is just over there. You can see the little white spout. So I need to trench a line, and I'm gonna have to rent one of those big chainsaw on wheels type of things. It's a trencher. Probably need to get it down to below the frost line, and gonna trench that distance, connect the well to this building. Over here, between the septic field and this building is where the solar array is going to be. That's all gonna go into this building as well, which will power the water supply. And eventually I would like to have a propane on-demand water heater that would give us our water for the shower and the sink and the laundry, which will all be in this room. And I'm actually standing on the septic tank right here. And this will be the first building to supply this. I have a trench dug. It's kind of overgrown, but I need to finish the plumbing from the building down to the septic tank. So all of this is stuff you guys can look forward to. Please go ahead and subscribe and leave any comments based on this order of operations that I've imagined. Let me know if you're a homesteader or an off-gridder, what order have you done this stuff in? Or if you're a professional, let me know if you see anything weird with my build. I have very basic experience with framing, electrical, plumbing. I've done all of that, but this is gonna be my first build of this kind, where I'm essentially putting all of the household type stuff in one building, as if I was building a house. And this is gonna be the rehearsal before I build our house. I'm basically using this as an experiment to see what kind of designs that I like, what kind of trades I need to learn more about, and obviously, I'm building this code compliant, and I get more and more familiar with every build with the code for Virginia. They've adopted the 2018 building codes statewide. There's no option to find specific counties that don't participate. It's a statewide building code. That's why I have to get this inspected. I'm in Lowe's and I just grabbed my windows. I'm down in South Carolina and these have to be able to fit in my car. I think they barely fit in. Anyway, I'm getting 3 large windows for the, I guess you could call it the living space in the shed. And then 1 very skinny window for above the toilet in the bathroom. I'll see you next time on Kind Heart Homestead. Thanks for watching.